Shadow people. Are shadow people? At first, they appear only out of the corner of your eye, furtively darting out of view when you turn to look straight at them, but are now gone. Did you really see them? Shaking the image out of your head, you assume that it was some hot and peculiar anomaly of your eyesight. However, the feeling still lingers that someone continues to watch you. For weeks, months or years, the fast dark movements in your peripheral vision are dismissed until it finally happens without warning. You see the shadow directly in front of you, face to face, blacker than black, darker than dark, like a void that has punched a hole into the inky fabric of night itself. Sometimes it appears as the mere silhouette of a person, usually male, but generally lacking any other characteristics of gender. However, in no way does the description end there. There are hatted shadow beings, hooded shadows, cloaked ones, and solid or wispy, smoky types. Some are seen only from the waist up. Others clearly have legs that are seen fleeing from their observers. They dart into corners, through walls into closets, or behind television sets, bushes, and buildings. Sometimes they simply fade into the dark recesses of the night. Lacking in the description is one common denominator unifying the many different types of shadow people that enter our world, except that they are intensely dark. Even then, there are exceptions. What is their purpose? Well, one thing is for certain. The personalities and intentions of shadow people are just as varied as any one of the 6 billion people populating this planet. While a number of witnesses believe that shadow people act as benevolent guardians watching and guiding us, just as many witnesses have no doubt of the evil soul-wrenching potential of these beings. Originally, I believed the shadow people to be ghosts, but the stories received, read, compiled and uploaded are more convincing that shadows are a type of interdimensional beings, from which ghost is only one subcategory. One can only hope that serious research into this paranormal, or psychological, genre will paint a clearer understanding of the nature and makeup of these dark mysterious people. That day has not yet come. Those who are experiencing and studying the shadow people phenomenon say that these entities almost always used to be seen out of the corner of the eye and very briefly. But more and more, people are beginning to see them straight on and for longer periods of time. Some experiencers testify that they have even seen eyes, usually red, on these shadow beings. The mysterious sightings have become a hot topic of conversion in paranormal chat rooms, message boards and websites, and it has given widespread attention on paranormal talk radio. Several theories have been offered as to what shadow people are and where they come from. A figment of the imagination. The explanation we get from skeptics and mainstream science, and who are usually people who have never experienced the shadow people phenomenon, is that it is nothing more than the active human imagination. It's our minds playing tricks on us, our eyes seeing things in a fraction of a second isn't really there, illusions. Real shadows caused by passing auto headlights or some similar explanation. And without a doubt, these explanations probably can account for some if not many experiences. The human eye and mind are easily fooled. But can they account for all cases? Ghosts. To call these entities ghosts demands first a definition of what we mean by ghosts. But by almost any definition, shadow people are somewhat different than ghost phenomena. Whereas ghost apparitions are almost always a misty white, vapor-like or have a decidedly human form and appearance, very often with discernible clothing, shadow beings are much darker and more shadow-like. In general, although the shadow people often do have a human outline or shape, because they are dark, the details of their appearance is lacking. This is in contrast to many ghost sightings in which the witness can describe the ghost's facial features, style of clothing, and other details. The one detail most often noted in some shadow being sightings are their glowing red eyes, demons or other spirit entities. The dark countenance and malevolent feelings that are often reported in association with these creatures have led some researchers to speculate that they may be demonic in nature. If they are demons, we have to wonder what their purpose or intent is in letting themselves be seen in this manner. Is it merely to frighten? Astral bodies. One theory suggests that shadow people are the shadows or essences of people who are having out-of-body experiences. According to Jerry Gross, an author, lecturer, and teacher of astral travel, we all travel out of the body when we are asleep. Perhaps, this theory says, we are seeing the ephemeral astral bodies of these twilight travelers. Time travelers. Another theory is that people from the future could have found the means to travel to the past, our time. However they are able to accomplish this incredible feat, perhaps in that state they appear to us merely as passing shadows as they observe the events of our timeline. Interdimensional beings. Even mainstream science is fairly convinced that there are dimensions other than the three we inhabit. And if these other dimensions exist, who or what, if anything, inhabits them? Some theorists say that these dimensions exist parallel and very close to our own, although invisible to us. And if there are inhabitants in these other dimensions, it is possible that they have found a way to intrude on our dimension and become, at least partially, visible. If so, they could very well appear as shadows. It has long been held by psychics and other sensitives that beings on other planes of existence are of different vibrations. Science is beginning to look at reality on a quantum level, in the same way that particles of the smallest size exist as vibrations. Perhaps some theorize the vibrations of our existence are beginning to mesh with those of another dimension, which accounts for the increase in such phenomena as ghosts, shadow people, and possibly aliens. Aliens. The alien and abduction phenomena are so bizarre that it's no surprise that extraterrestrials are suspects as the shadow people. Abductees have reported in many cases that the alien greys seem to be able to pass through walls and closed windows and to appear and disappear abruptly, among other otherworldly talents. Perhaps, too, they can go about their alien agenda disguised in the shadows. There's a good deal of overlapping among the above ideas. Of course, aliens and ghosts could be interdimensional beings, or aliens could be time travelers, and some believe demons are responsible for all of these disturbing phenomena. Simply a mystery. There is no way to prove or disprove any theories about a phenomenon that is so mysterious, that happens so quickly and without warning. Science finds it virtually impossible to catalog or study such phenomena in any methodical way. All we can do at present is to document personal experiences and try to piece together what the shadow people phenomenon might be. Perhaps it's an old mystery becoming more recognizable. Perhaps it represents a doorway to and from different planes of existence. Or perhaps they simply are just shadows,